Now, Premium Times Center for Investigative Journalism, Dubawa, a fact-checking platform for journalists, has wrapped up a 3-day training for 13 Gambian journalists. The training was geared towards preparing journalists to tackle misinformation as well as disinformation on public platforms through investigation and reporting of accurate information. Amanda attended the training and she files in this report.
The rise in citizen journalism in the world is alarming, with disruptive practice in digital journalism through the spreading of misinformation or disinformation for public consumption. This is what Dubawa, a fact-checking and verification platform, aims to counter with the training of journalists in the West African English-speaking countries. In partnership with the Gambia Press Union, the platform enrolled 13 Gambian journalists in response to what is known as fake news and its dissemination. Speaking at the end of the training, the Executive Director of Premium Times Center for Investigative Journalism, Mr. Dapo, underscored the importance of the fact-checking sessions.
This is a very difficult time in the history, not only of the world, but in our own community, where we have a crisis of information. And this crisis expresses itself mostly through a lot of misinformation, and at other times also through disinformation. This has great implication for democracy, great implication for public health, electoral integrity, and just how the integrity of public policy. All these have a way of affecting, the community, citizens, and development so that's why fact-checking is particularly a very useful tool.
The Minister of Information and Communication Infrastructure, Ibrahim Silla, welcomes the initiation and pledged his minister's support to enhance crucial issues relating to elections and public policy.
This can help a lot, and it can bring in a lot of credibility for the media fraternity. And I want to assure you that the government of the Gambia, through the Ministry of Information and Communication Infrastructure, will work with you to see that this component of journalism, which is fact-checking, is strengthened and enhanced to help the people make informed choices and decisions on crucial issues relating to election and public policy.
Keba Jifang, one of the participants, highlighted the importance of the training and how it will be beneficial to him as a journalist.
So us, having been trained on this, will be out there to make some certain correction to certain information that are out there so that people would be rightly informed, and then they can take correct decisions as far as their life and livelihoods are concerned, but also not to react in certain ways, because sometimes when wrong information have been peddled, it created that chaotic situation in the society, in the communities. So having us train, and then we come at the right time to dispel this information definitely will avert situation of conflict or violence in our communities.
The training came at a time when the country is battling with misinformation as well as disinformation, mainly on online public platforms ahead of the December presidential election. Dubawa, meaning to check in the Hausa language as a fact-checking institution, has trained over 300 journalists in all the West African English-speaking countries within the past 3 years. Amindao, 4i Africa News.